You'll have to be lying about liking oat milk, because every single time I try it, like, it's like sometimes good, but sometimes it's just bad. Anyways, the most anticipated video that y'all have all been waiting for is my book TBR. Okay, so I can't see, compiled a list here of the upcoming books that I want to read. These are like what I've been like thinking about most recently. We are gonna start off with The Thursday Book Club by Richard Osman. I don't really know why I quite got this. I'm really bothered by this little fake sticker thing here, because it's like a part of the cover, but I don't like the fact that it's there. Basically, to sum this up, it's like they live in this retirement village, and it's like a bunch of these old people, and they like love, like they do like little true crime, like little clubs, and they like discuss like cold cases, and all of a sudden a murder happens in their little retirement village, and they get to figure it out. And if you know me, I like love mystery, but I hate it when it's scary. Like, I have like the tolerance of like a child, so like I don't do scary, but I just love that feeling of mystery and not knowing and trying to guess, but I don't want like the like fear factor of it. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. But I think the quirkiness of the old people, I guess, is gonna like hopefully outweigh the aha, someone was murdered. To our next book, I don't have the physical copy of, which is When True Love is by Miss Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've never read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. This is like, I feel like one of her less known books. She's married or whatever, she has a fiance, something like that, and then he goes on this plane and it crashes, but his body's never found. I think then she moves on, she reconnects with a childhood friend, and then she gets engaged to him. And all of a sudden she gets this call, she's like, hey, he's still alive. And she's like, what? So then she's like, which one do I choose? And from what I've heard about people's reviews, you like genuinely don't know which one she's gonna choose. Because I feel like some books you're like, is this even a question? To summarize from pretty serious, is obviously that the ending is gonna be with this dude. But like, I really hope it's like one of those where I'm like, I don't know. And the next book is Finley Donovan is Killing It by Ella Quasimodo. She's talking to a literary agent about like this like suspenseful murder mystery like book, and someone behind her thinks she's like someone you can hire to kill. She's like, hey, can you kill this person? She's like, oh. And then she like somehow ends up being like, sure. I don't quite know. But then she like gets kind of stuck in this mystery murder case. And I've also heard that she's like a quirky character, and you get like that kind of funny comedy aspect to like override the aha murder, you know what I mean? The next book is Pride and Premeditation by Tirzah Price. This book, the cover actually really appealed to me most. I love period dramas. I love the idea of reading Jane Austen and murder mystery, romance, scrumptious, you know what I mean? It's kind of just everything I kind of love in a book. So that's how I feel about this. Next book we have is A Sweet Mess by J.C. Lee. I really don't know much about this book. All I know is it's a romance, and she's a newer author, I think. I saw like the third book in the series. It's like a romance series. And it was like stuff with books and a dying bookstore, and I was like, ooh, I want to read that, but then I couldn't find it. Then I was like, well, it's a series, maybe I'll just start with the first one. And it has like, I feel fairly good reviews for a romance book. Next we have All of Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce last names. It's mystery, it's kind of fun because it's like witchy, it's like tarot card readings, and then like she reads one from like her ex-best friend, and then her ex-best friend goes missing. Dark forces keeping her trapped before she's lost forever. I love it. It just gives drama, friendship drama, you know what I mean? Witchy, mystery. It's like kind of like everything a book needs. Then we have Miss Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Santo. I feel like most people have heard of this. I feel like it's kind of went viral for a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. Mystery, romance, like funny family. Like I need that comedy aspect, and I feel like this is what's gonna bring that. And I've heard a lot of people like love like the comedy in this. A actual classic, Anne of Green Gables. This is one of my best friend's favorite books. I don't know. I really want to read it. Plus the cover's so pretty. And I feel like people just love Anne of Green Gables. I don't feel like explaining it because I don't actually know what happens in it. The next book we have is Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I like just read, as in like just like yesterday read, The Unhoneymooners, and I loved it. Like I loved her writing. I thought it was so funny. I love the banter in it. And so I'm hoping I get that from this. But I think this is more like treasure hunt mystery, but like with their writing. So I think I'm just gonna like totally like love it and just like eat it up like real quick. I don't know if there's romance in it, but I sure hope there is, because romance always sells me on a book. Oh, milk is disgusting. Why do y'all drink that? The next book we have is The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley. I just have heard such good reviews about this book as like a romance, and it's like they hate each other but then they fall in love. So, or maybe they don't fall in love. I don't actually quite know what happened. I just have heard good reviews, and I see it on Bookstagram a lot, and that I feel like when I see people like, whoa, this book, I'm like, whoa, that book. Even if I know nothing about it. I'm very easily swayed by other people. The next book we have is The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. Okay, so this book, I saw this at like a little table at Barnes & Noble's, and it just seemed really good to me. So basically, someone dies, or the person that this lady maids for, she dies, and then she leaves it to her maid to finish her book, because she's like an author. But as she's doing this, she like uncovers all these secrets about her and her family, and I just love secrets being uncovered and drama it entails. I just really love that. And the final book is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. One of my favorite booktubers, Haley Pham. She's so funny, and she gives me most of my book recommendations. LOL. She loves this book. She loved reading it. But I just, every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this feels like it's gonna be too scary. But it's also like the secrets and the drama, but it's also like, the murder, the creepiness, the thriller. So it's like such like a toss-up between me, so I need someone else to read it for me and tell me, is it like scary? I cannot handle any fear, and if it is like any bit scary, I'm like, I mean, like I can do with a little bit of fear, but if someone's being like chased down, I need like a warning. Like I need like a page number. I read this book recently. It's called A Study of Charlotte. I can't remember the author's name. There was like a chase down or something where they were like, the person was they were being chased, and I was like freaked out, and I was so petrified by this book. I searched up who the murderer was. I searched up the ending of the book, and then as I finished the book, I made my mom sit in the same room with me so I could read it. But I loved it. Like, it was so good, but it was also like, I feel like I'm being watched right now. So that is my book TBR and me talking way too much. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. This is my comeback era, and I really hope you loved my opinions. I feel like I asked for a few recommendations throughout, so if you have any recommendations for the recommendations I may or may not have asked for, comment down below. Just actually comment down book recommendations below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. You know, like it, subscribe.